When the Earth fell, humanity faced a grim ultimatum. The Galactic Council, an ancient federation of advanced species, had deemed humans too dangerous, their relentless wars and unchecked ambition a threat to the delicate balance of the cosmos. In a trial held not in a courtroom but in the silence of space, humanity's leaders were forced to confront their fate. The verdict was exile, a sentence carried out in the cruelest way imaginable. They were banished to the void, a place of legend, a region of the universe devoid of stars, light, and life. It was a graveyard of civilizations, a silent abyss where even the most stubborn species faded into oblivion. Stripped of their homeworld and escorted to the edge of the galaxy, humanity's vast fleet was cast adrift, left to face the endless darkness alone. Despair clung to the survivors like a shadow. The void was not simply empty, it was oppressive, a cold expanse that seemed to devour hope itself. Yet in this nothingness, something remarkable happened. What began as resignation transformed into defiance. If they could no longer belong to the stars, they would create their own light. They would endure. They would thrive. They would become something the galaxy could no longer ignore. The first years were the hardest. The surviving ships were stripped for materials, their hulls repurposed to build what would become their new home. In the midst of this bleak expanse, humanity constructed the Void Citadel, a sprawling, self-sustaining station that floated like an artificial star in the abyss. Its core was a marvel of ingenuity, massive fusion reactors capable of converting the scarce resources of the void into life-sustaining energy. The Citadel became more than a refuge, it was a statement of intent. Humanity was not merely surviving, they were building the foundation of a civilization that could endure even the most hostile environments. Over the centuries, the Void Citadel grew, expanding in every direction. Modular habitats were added, forming sprawling districts that housed millions. Ecosystems were created from scratch, with bioluminescent flora and genetically engineered fauna thriving in artificial gravity and light. Entire forests of shimmering trees grew beneath the Citadel's protective domes, casting a surreal glow that banished the eternal darkness outside. Humanity no longer clung to its past. It was forging a future that no longer depended on the whims of stars. But survival in the void demanded more than ingenuity. Early encounters with rogue alien scavengers and monstrous cosmic entities made it clear that humanity needed to defend itself. Out of necessity, the greatest minds among them turned their focus to weapons. What emerged was nothing short of extraordinary. Humanity mastered the principles of dark energy manipulation and antimatter annihilation, creating weapons of unprecedented power. These weren't just tools of war, they were symbols of resilience. Massive star-destroying constructs were assembled in orbit around the Citadel, their sleek designs bristling with conduits that channeled unimaginable energy. These weapons became a deterrent, a declaration to the galaxy. Humanity was no longer to be trifled with. In the absence of stars, humanity found new sources of inspiration. Art flourished in ways no one could have foreseen. Music filled the halls of the Citadel, haunting and beautiful, capturing the sorrow of exile and the triumph of survival. Stories of Earth, of blue skies and oceans, were passed down through generations, not as memories of loss, but as a reminder of what humanity had overcome. Religion adapted to this new reality, with faiths emerging that venerated the very act of survival as a divine mission. The void itself, once a symbol of despair, became a sacred frontier, a canvas for humanity's unyielding spirit. Children born in the Citadel never knew the light of a sun, yet they grew strong in the glow of humanity's determination. They dreamed not of returning to the stars that had cast them out, but of becoming something greater. They spoke of a future where humanity would rise from the void as a force the galaxy could no longer ignore. Their ancestors had been exiled to die, but instead, they had created a civilization capable of harnessing the power of the cosmos itself. And so the void, once thought to be the end of all things, became the cradle of a new humanity, one forged in darkness, armed with the power to destroy stars, and unyielding in its pursuit of destiny. What began as exile had become transformation. In the infinite silence of the void, humanity's voice grew louder, declaring to the galaxy that they would not be forgotten. They were no longer of the stars, but they were something far greater, a light born of darkness, a civilization unstoppable in its will to survive.